Hello and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more E4. We're gonna scootage on Estonia. We're gonna integrate him after this war's over, which is basically as soon as he's willing to just agree to 100%. I want that last like 100 ducats, 150 bucks. You know, I want that money. So, whenever he's willing to agree to that. Nah, never mind. Changed my mind. I don't like that he's blockading us. I was just looking at the fact that he's blockading us and realizing that's going to potentially cause devastation, so it's not worth waiting for. So we'll peace out there. And we were looking around a little bit between episodes, and it does look like we can probably pull France into a war with Burgundy. While we're in that war, we'll attack Poland and Lithuania, and isolate France's ability to attack England. So we're going to rival Poland. We got to do this like all at the same time, so let's pull back our diplomat from here. I do want to ally Scotland now, while we're at peace. I want to seize land from Norway. They have a lot of debt. 12 bank loans, but they're like already super fine. So we're gonna seize Stavanger from them. For that, we'll just raise autonomy here. We don't care about the province at all. We're just getting this because this port on the southern Norwegian Sea should now theoretically get us closer to Scotland, which will hopefully allow us. This distance between borders will hopefully update now that we're technically closer to his ports. We're not on the same sea tile, which would be the best case scenario, but I believe we'll be able to get him to become a vassal once that updates. Now that we're allies, we can declare our war. So, oh, the end of the League War? The end of the League War is pretty anticlimactic, really. We're gonna rival Poland. We're gonna declare war on you. We'll declare for Heinat. We'll call France in on a promised territory. Let's make sure he knows we want this land. He can have French Comte. That's fine. And we might even give him some of the land, like, despite him. Might want to make him gain some favors. And I think we're going to vassalize Aachen in this war, so we'll co-belligerent him. Borgol Heinat. Ports, non-existent. Okay, and we'll pay off our last loan. We could also vassalize Salzburg. We don't really want Salzburg. They're too big. Too much aggressive expansion for them. Need to get our fleet rebuilt. And we need to reevaluate this situation. So right now our ships aren't protecting, and as expected, we're at 90% control here. We don't need this guy in the English Channel anymore. He's not really doing anything. I mean, let me think about that. Maybe. It might actually be better for us having him there. This is the North Sea node. 8 ducats. Benefits are, well, when he was doing the other thing, he was only getting 4-ish value. So yeah, he's probably better off here. Alright, so I think we're going to move our fleet then to the... not Ivory Coast. To the Lubeck node. And we want to start rebuilding it as well. We have a lot of inflation. Once we get the idea group done, we'll start buying that down. We have 2 more ideas to go. Apparently there was a mothballed fort here that I missed. 23-day siege of his capital's pretty good. If they reinforce, this fight's going to turn bad. We'll probably just want to retreat from this one. We'll retreat onto the rest of our army. Royal Marriage from Scotland's totally fine. We already did Great Power Influence. They already trust us 5. Let's see if that thing updated. So, I'm pretty sure you don't have to have the core active, so either the seized province just had no effect whatsoever, or... I'm not sure. It'd be great if we could seize Akari, but it's a capital. This, across this sea tile, this would count. Who's the emperor? Right now the emperor is Bavaria, who we are at war with. That's why we have military access to the empire, apparently. We could dismantle the empire, but that's against the, you know, goals of the campaign, so we're not going to do that. Oh hey, it's the barely an inconvenience. It's ready. Okay, trade income at 119. Let's see what we do with the barely an inconvenience ready. We want to make sure we have as much participation in this war as possible, so that if we do give France any land, he gets tons of we get tons of favors with him. So right now we have 97% participation. We should be very aggressive about just engaging every army we can, even if it costs us a lot of men, because then we get credit for it. So currently we got a lot more people in this war than I expected. I didn't realize we were calling in the Emperor. It's fine, though. So we rivaled Poland before the war. Called France in. That means that at some point, we're also looking to declare a separate war against Poland, but not while we have this many people to fight. I think we'll just focus on doing a couple sieges real quick. Looks like we might need to slacken standards again. Feels dirty, but need the manpower. How are you a 2-month sub? Lone Jack, it's because you're just a lucky man. You've been gifted multiple subs over the last number of days. People have been real generous lately. We're up to 124 ducats a month in trade now. 81% control here. I feel like we probably still want a few more ships. Let's switch to maximize profit. I like to be around like 90% before I move on to the next node. Unfortunately, England still gets some of their trade, and then France. But France is just doing upstream stuff. It's really just England. So, not much I can really do about that. We're already taking half his trade power. About the distance between borders. If you don't have a land border, it is counted from your capital. Okay, but I do know, Sneen, that sea tile adjacency, direct sea tile adjacency does work. So I think the problem is that because these two sea tiles are separate, it's just continuing to calculate the same distance from our capital to his closest sea tile province, and it's not counting this one. So we'll just have to get stronger, but I do think that we can vassalize Scotland. France dislikes us, we lose diplo points. Not willing to let France dislike us, don't like the idea of spending diplo points, not willing to lose a permanent claim, so... Levies has fallen. Aachen has fallen. We co-belligerented Aachen. Oh, that's probably where it came from. With the co-belligerent on Aachen, he pulled in... Nope, that wasn't it. Well, we are hoping to force this guy to be our vassal. As soon as he's willing to agree, we'll probably just do that. That's one of the primary goals of this war. With Cleves, we just want him out for money. Get a couple quick occupations on him. That battle is probably giving France lots of participation. Yeah, crap. Battles are worth way more in general. Why are you guys doing this fight in bad terrain? France, are you trying? Are you trying to get extra participation? By being a jerk? It almost seems like he is. We can get a white piece. At 59 war score, we get a white piece with this guy. Wow, he's got a real high opinion of his military power, doesn't he? We want admin points because we're doing administrative an administrative Idea group, excuse me, words. Most likely Cleve still has an army. That's why he's not really intimidated by us. Okay. You are still unwilling to agree. We need to find... let me know if anyone... find the Aachen army anywhere in this mess. There it is. Third row down. Aachen. Heading into Zurich. Zurich. Okay, so the Aachener army is going this way. If we stack wipe the Aachen army, we can vassalize them right now. Without the army dead, we've got to wait. Holland has also fallen. Alright, 92 war score. We can get 71% peace deal. Seed Upper Gwelders, give monies, and give us 500 ducats. And we do have a permanent claim on that. It is in the English Channel. It is part of a state. These are all compelling reasons to just take it. However, he's a non-co-belligerent. It's inside the Empire, and... We're already dealing with a coalition based on the fact that I'm force vassalizing Aachen, and we're going to want to force vassalize 2 more electors. So I'm inclined to just not take the land, but not to mention it's not currently under zone of control, which means it's going to screw up our prosperity. Like, yeah, I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass on that. If there was a zone of control, I might be willing to do it. We could start trying to make him release countries, just so that we have more princes. Maybe release Gelre, just so that he's independent. It's only a little tiny bit of Diplo points, and if we're going to go for revoking the priveligia, we need to start spending Diplo points on making princes anyway. Who's the Emperor? Bavaria. If we do this, we lose our claim on Upper Gwelders. Nah. Just gonna take money. Take money, transfer trade power, money. Like I normally do. These are the things that benefit us the most without costing us anything at all. Okay, you go to Würzburg, you go to Würzburg. Let's have... You go to here. You go to here and here. We paid off all of our loans. We're still making some money. Aachen's sending us peace deals, but he's not willing to become a vassal, so we don't want to peace out. Truce to Denmark just expired. That's another war that we want to do right away. Surprised that Sweden hasn't declared independence. He's at 100% liberty desire. Wonder if he's doing that same thing he... No, he's rebellious. Okay, thought maybe he was doing the same thing France did. Where he's like suddenly loyal, even though he's disloyal. Okay, real quick check. I just want to make sure we're making shipyards everywhere. Munster, we need to knock out probably this other fort before he's going to be willing to agree. Pretty close. Okay, we've got... Silesia is already at 99. Let's just knock him out before they can unsiege that. We've got Würzburg at 46, but we're working on the next fort. He's willing to accept 35 war score. What about 65? No? He's only a couple provinces, right? And none of them... No, he does have one with trade power, so I want to wait. So we can get him to agree to a slightly larger deal. Okay, we want to get over onto Salzburg and onto Austria next. Let's grab Roberton, have him go this way as well. Nuremberg fell after just 15 days. I absolutely love innovative with offensive. My God. It's just so good. You know? Drunk Arumba stream when? No. We're not going to do one of those for a while. We did that yesterday. I don't think it was a good decision. France has 76% participation because of those stupid fights that they were doing. And look at this. Can I just get on my soapbox for a second here? France has lost so many troops. Look at this. He's lost 70,000 troops to our 13,000. Look at all the work we've done in this war due to innovative offensive with siege focus. Compared to the work he's done, he hasn't even gotten the very first fort to above 0% chance. Like, how is there any doubt that innovative offensive, 29, not even a month, bam, there goes the war leader, there goes the emperor. Like, come on. You could argue that his fight kept the enemy armies out of your sight. Not really. Our armies have high professionalism, high morale, high discipline. Like, most likely the enemy armies would be doing what they did in previous war. See how they're doing this? This is yet again, this is what they're doing. They're going for the easier, smaller target. They look at the situation, they say, okay, which of these people is the easiest for us to remove from the war? And they say, okay, I can't get to Norway, Prussia, Switzerland. Prussia is weaker than France, Prussia is weaker than Netherlands, Prussia or Switzerland. And then you see that these mountains are dangerous, so they don't want to go to the mountains, so they go to the easiest to siege, the weakest tag, and they're over here. This is like the majority of these guys. And because I'm so fast at sieging things out, they don't have a chance to even really win. Like, if I knock out Salzburg, all of the effort he's put into the siege over the last 90 days, wow, that was fast. Is that right? He actually got 9 siege status in 90 days? Pretty damn impressive for Salzburg, actually. But, they're not going to even have a chance, basically. Worst case scenario, even if they actually knock out those... They take those forts, I don't care. It's not my land. Right? Why should I care about that? We're gonna tell Prussia to go run away for a sec, because he's got 31-day siege ticks. If we just briefly go passive siege, he'll break his siege and then he'll decide to siege something else. So we have 21-day siege ticks, but we get to assume control of his siege status. Take it after just 84 days. Let's get one more occupation, because why wouldn't we? Considering how easy they are to make. Release nations from Austria? Possibly. We have 46 individual war score with Austria. We could make him lose his gold mine. The fact is, he's already ineligible for being the emperor because of the treaty of whatever it was called. We've made it so that only Protestants can be the emperor. So weakening him isn't really a big deal anymore. Just lost our discount to integration. We could definitely benefit from some manpower again. I think we'll just take that. Take sides in parliament's fine, ignore corruption's fine. 22,000 manpower for 2 clicks. Pretty good deal. Okay, Salzburg. Too large to be vassalized as a non-co-belligerent, so obviously we're not going to be doing that now. We'll just take money and stuff and kick him out. Austria. Aachen was the only one we actually wanted to vassalize. He still doesn't agree because there are... he still has an army. But we'll find it. 14% chance on Tyrol. Wall breach is okay. Conduct Dithmarschen's being besieged by Austria. 71 war score with him. He is our rival. We don't really need the power projection right now, so once again, I'm just going pure economic mode right now. We just basically beat up all of the main powers in... We have truces with, like, most of the biggest countries inside the Empire, and they're all paying us war reps and giving us half their trade power. Does Switzerland still have Austrian cores? Yep, every time we fight Austria, it's resetting the timer. So these cores are not going to go away. Not to mention they're Swiss, so these can't ever expire. We could return those at some point, but again, it's not really that important. This fort has yet to fall. They have 55-day siege sticks. Hey, it's a 643. Okay. What would you call a 643 that you found in the reeds? That's a nice babby. I agree. Swamp boy. How about Swamp Thing? We'll call him Swamp Thing. It's fine. Yeah, so I think we'll get unblack flagged over here, and then we have access through some lands. Relationship slot-wise, we're already at the limit, so we had a temporary relationship slot from some event or something, and then I also did the alliance with Scotland. We will eventually be strong enough or have enough favors and stuff with Scotland for him to do it. And then eventually we can use that to get onto England. Be a little tricky to get over to Poland right now, I think. Depending on who's going to give us military access. And once we get this relationship with Aachen, we'll be over the limit. But we did, and this is why I love doing this, we scooted Estonia. So even though I completely forgot that I wanted to integrate him, we can still integrate him. Which means that we will no longer have too many relations. Oh no, look what happened. Look what happened to poor Prussia. That's why you exist. You served your purpose. Where's the other army? What is my purpose? To be sieged. Yeah. We've talked it. I mean, I always... I feel like I say we talked about this all the time as well now, but... We talked about this! One of the advantages of vassals is compartmentalization of war exhaustion. The fact that they tank sieges instead of you. I mean, look at this guy. Our subject has a 6 war exhaustion. We have 0. If we had that land ourselves, then we would have war exhaustion. But because he's tanking it, we don't care. I think we do have military access to Poland, but if we declare right now, we will get black flagged here, because we don't have any reason to be in Austria. However, we're allied to the Ottomans, so we can do this. We can put our army over here. And then we have a right to be there. And we can put our armies in Prussia, and we have right to be there as well. That way when we declare, we won't be black flagged, and we can just immediately go after Poland. That fort still holds. It has fallen. Alright, so he only kind of theoretically wants this. Let's transfer this to France. He can have that one. He also doesn't want any of this. So of the things that we're actually hostile to right now, the only thing he has any interest in is French Comte. So we promised him territory. We give him this, we gain 8 favors. If we take Hainaut, which is the actual war goal, we have permanent claims on all of this. So I do want this land. But it's part of the Empire. We're not the Emperor yet. We might not take any land for ourselves in this, honestly. Only reason we declared this war was to force Vassalize Aachen, which is apparently about to fall to peasants. But he's willing to become our vassal now, so... Wait till we get the integration of this guy done, that way the Aachen people won't know that we integrated somebody. Although we might have to go re-siege that. And we will also get ready to declare the war on this guy. Or we could just spend some Diplo points to vassalize him now. I'm not sure. It's not going to cost too many Diplo points, right? Integration of what's-his-face will be done soonish. Oh, it's only 2 per month? Pretty slow. Our Diplo rep is negative due to overextension. We're waiting on the core of Stavanger. You get a Diplo rep advisor? We'll try. Okay, we'll take a short break here if you're watching this on YouTube. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.